Hit that like. Here we go. It's NXT TakeOver in your house preview time.
That's my baby. That's my baby.
We're going at it at 110%.
I just want 5 minutes of happiness, please. Just give me 5 minutes.
And they scored! They did it!
Left.
What the hell was that? Oh, yeah!
What the fuck are you talking about?
What is going on, everybody? It is time for another episode of In This Very Ring. We are live right here on HUD Radio, on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, you name it. We're here. Tomorrow night is NXT TakeOver in your house, and we will be breaking down all of the action. But first, we have the mayor of Toasty Town from Toasty Town City Hall himself, the one they call Butter. That sounded more maniacal on my end than you can hear because of your new headset. Oh, truly good nightmares. And broadcasting to you live from the Ritz Cave, it is the one, the only, the commissioner himself, Ritz. And we are brought to you every single week.
No.
What?
Your new nickname is Quadruple B.
No, hell, I don't know.
The big bad ball boy of A2D.
We're going to think about that one.
Quadruple B of A2D.
That's going to go in the same category as like sexual meringue. If you know, you know. Every single week here on HUD Radio, In This Very Ring, is brought to you by, you see it right there on your screen, Body Check Wellness. Use promo code HUD for 20% off your order at bodycheckwellness.com. What's Body Check? Well, they're a line of products that promote wellness, balance, and recovery by using the full potential of hemp. They come in extracts, blends, gummies, and topicals. Like I said, promo code HUD for 20% off your order at bodycheckwellness.com. Dr. Paul Vidal at Specialized Physical Therapy. He's got that website right there, specializedphysicaltherapy.com, or his two locations at Burlington and Cherry Hill, New Jersey. He's our doc, make him yours. That's Dr. Paul Vidal at specializedphysicaltherapy.com. Many of us in our families deal with mental health and addiction issues. We're happy to support the Counseling Center and Sunrise Detox. Give them a call at 856-651-8117 if you or somebody you love needs help. Don't wait. Call them today. That's the Counseling Center and Sunrise Detox. Are you looking to sell or buy a home? Looking for a change in career brokerage? Contact Alan Foy at eXp Realty at 302-682-8820 or check him out at alan.foy at exprealty.com. Let's get right into it. Okay, our topic of conversation brought to you by manscaped.com. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code A2D at manscaped.com. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. That's A2D at manscaped.com. Karrion Kross is going to lose the title tomorrow night. Agree, disagree. Let's set the stage before we go to Butters, as we always do. We're going to go to you first. But let's set the stage for tomorrow night. NXT TakeOver in your house, live from the Capitol Wrestling Center. Karrion Kross, the odds are stacked against him. He will step into the ring in a fatal five-way match against former champions Johnny Gargano, Adam Cole, and looking to capture their first NXT title, Pete Dunne and Kyle O'Reilly. Can Karrion Kross do the unthinkable and survive against all four of those men? Butters, lay it on me, my brother. Tell me, what do you think is going to happen tomorrow night?
Karrion Kross is losing that title, hands down.
So
I will agree with Paul. I believe he's losing that title. I believe this is a call-up time. I believe this fatal five-way, six-way, whatever you want to call it, way they're doing is the way for him to lose the title without getting pinned or submitted. You can easily pin O'Reilly, Gargano, Cole, Dunne. One of them can come out on top big time. This could be Pete Dunne's moment, or Adam Cole could win it again. Who knows? But I do believe this is where Karrion Kross loses it. The easiest way to keep him, on top, keep the image looking good for him, and just have him, boom, Karrion Kross. Yeah, I lost the title, but I'm getting the call up. That's how I feel that's going down.
Think so?
Yeah. So I gotta agree with the poll.
And we're gonna dive, and we might as well just dive into it right now, right? But before we dive into it, let's jump to our comment section. People are firing off right now. Pete Evans from Birds of a Feather, which you can catch every Thursday night here on HUD Radio. Yo, fam, can't wait for tomorrow night. He agrees with the poll. He's in the same boat you are, Butters. He thinks that that Karrion is getting called up. Brian Daly of the Hockey Happy Hour says, yo, guys. He questions the quadruple B of A2D. He goes, I mean, it rhymes. That's about all it really does. You're better than that, Butters. Jake Friel from A2D Friday Night saying, yo, boys, agree to the poll. What's going on, guys? And Ted chiming in saying, hey, Butter and Skippy, big fan listening to you guys back when you were on WFAN The Grip. He wants to know who's the Paulie and who's the Brock out of you two. I'm Paulie. I'm a Jew. Paul's a Jew. I'm a Jew. I win.
Why did I know that was going to come out your mouth?
I win that immediately, without fail, without question. I win. See, I think that it is going to be the time for Kyle O'Reilly. I think Kyle O'Reilly is taking that belt. I think this is the perfect opportunity, right? So if you haven't figured it out yet, right? I agree that he's going to drop the title tomorrow night, right? It only makes sense for him to drop the title tomorrow night. And this is a situation where you set that up. I'm not a fan of fatal 5-way matches, fatal 4-way matches, because anything more than a triple threat, you're telling me that you are going to drop the belt and you want to protect your champion, right? Because in a triple threat match, right, 50-50 shot. All right, I know what everybody's going to say. It's not really 50-50 shot, but he's either going to win the title or he's going to lose the title, right?
50-50 shot. That's kind of how you have to put it.
There are only two options. You're either going to win or you're going to lose. Right now, The odds are stacked against you, 66-33. I get that, right? When you're talking in a triple threat match, right? But your odds of retaining your title go down the more people you add. Basic math, right? But your odds of being protected also go down. Why? Basic math, right? And Karrion is somebody that I still think you're in the early stages of his title run, of everything to where you want to protect him. Yep. I don't want to see him get called up, though. So this is where I disagree with you and Pete. I don't think this is a call-up moment, right? I think this is, we're taking the title off. We're going to put the title on somebody else, okay? Karrion did his thing, but we want to elevate his character. And to do that, we don't need the belt. We can't have the belt on him for now, okay? Will he get the belt back? Absolutely, right? But for right now, I don't see it. I don't see it playing out the way of a call-up, right? Pete goes, is Butter using auto-tune? How my man sound like a call-in guest? Well, Butters decided he wanted to be more cheap than ever, and he wanted to use his free headsets that he got because he's super smart.
Hey, man, I didn't know how they were going to be. I didn't know how they were going to feel. I can easily go back to the good ones next week.
I'm just saying, when I told you sounded far away and your sound sucked, you were like, oh, the iPad's going to die. I'm just saying, you had a good 15 minutes before we went on the air.
And my iPad's still almost dead.
Well, that's your fault, not mine.
Wah.
Okay? Your fault,
Whack,
not mine.
whack, whack. Whack, whack, whack.
Holy hellfire and brimstone, it's Brian Wilson. Brian Wilson, you can catch him every Sunday on Agree to Disagree. I'm glad he stepped away from Verdansk to join us in this very ring tonight. I had to pull a little Tim the Tap Man there. He says wrestling talk. Well, wrestling talk. We're pulling that
Good
old Ted
old-fashioned
Turner bit.
wrestling.
Yeah, we're pulling that Ted Turner. But let's break down this match right away. We're gonna break down this match. We're gonna break down the rest of the matches after we recap what's happened this week in wrestling. But let's break this down, okay? You have Karrion Kross, Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano, and Pete Dunne. But there are variables on this, okay? Johnny Gargano can have Austin Theory at ringside. Austin Theory can get involved in this match.
Yep.
Pete Dunne's going to have Oney Lorcan. Oney Lorcan can get involved in this match. Now, do I see those two fighting their way to the back and going off to Fucksville? Absolutely, right? Fuck off. But they're still going to be involved. I think they do play a heavy factor. You also have Scarlett in Karrion's corner. Right?
Yeah,
I don't think she's going to get physically involved per se, but I do definitely see her being a variable. You know,
if that's the case, then Candice could get involved.
I don't think she
do have the whole way. Well, I get that, but I'm just saying you have the whole way.
Right, but Candice and Indy aren't going to do anything. Right? I really don't see that because, all right, let's say Candice does show up. What's her name? Io Shirai will be right there on her ass. Right? This match has pandemonium written all over it.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Right? If you book it, and I don't even know if you could say, oh, this is a good booking idea or not, but this match has pandemonium written all the fuck over it. Right? Because we can literally build this out to where everybody gets involved with everybody else. You have multiple different run-ins. Pure chaos, right? Because you have no disqualifications. You have no countouts, right? This is going to be a clusterfuck in the best way possible.
Yep.
We already know out the gate that Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole, they're going to go at it. They haven't been in a ring with each other since the night that Adam kicked Kyle. They've had brawls, but they really haven't gotten their hands on each other since that night.
Yeah.
Okay? Pete Dunne and Johnny Gargano are probably going to square off. And Karrion's just going to be sitting there looking and going, I'm just going to wait. Fuck these guys. I'm just going to hang around, right?
Just hang around and break up pins.
Joey DiBardino chiming in. Ritz versus Butters in an I Quit match. I win. He quits. He's a bitch.
Nah. You'd lose every day.
Frank Vespi, evening, guys. Not sure what the storyline's been like for them. I would agree to the poll. See, exactly, right? This is one of those things to where you don't really need to know what's been happening in NXT. You just have to have some kind of grip on the common sense of the wrestling world and say, this is a match. You book this kind of match because you want to take the title off Karrion, but you want to protect Karrion.
Correct. Best way possible.
I was
Always
really
best
banking
way
on you saying more there.
No. I'm getting there. It's the best way possible. You know, like you said, as much as we don't like to see anything more than a triple threat, it's your best bet because otherwise, what are you going to do? Try to pin him? You know, accidental, have interference and roll up? That ain't going to make you look good.
I mean, now, don't get me wrong, okay? I'm not saying I don't like Fatal 4-Ways. I don't like Fatal 5-Ways, right? Because if you do them right, they can be really entertaining. They can be a lot of fun. But I still, when there are championships involved, right? Unless I really don't want to see that title on that guy anymore.
What the hell was that?
I can take it or leave it.
You know, I could get it. I could get behind the Fatal 5-Way for a number 1 contenders match, for a ladder match. Like say Money in the Bank, but where am I trying to go with this?
I don't know.
When you have exactly, but when you try to have a good title match, yes, you got some great talent in the ring. Great talent, high flyers, brawlers, bruisers.
There's a little bit of everything with this match.
Exactly. So you're going to see a little bit of everything. You're going to see what people want. People are going to want that, some high-flying action. People are going to want some old-school wrestling. People are just going to want some knockdown, drag-out. Because we all know Cole and O'Reilly are going to beat the shit out of each other.
Yes.
End of story.
Absolutely.
They're going to be to the side beating the shit out of each other. You got Pete Dunne going to figure out who the hell he wants.
I think Pete, you know what? I said it. I think Pete Dunne squares up with Johnny Gargano. I kind of could see Pete Dunne walking up and looking at Karrion going, "You're a big motherfucker. I'm going to hurt you."
Yeah, no. Pete Dunne ain't scared of shit. Pete Dunne, he's the bruiserweight for a reason, He's a badass motherfucker for a reason. He going to snap your fingers, he going to bite your shit, and be done. He don't care. I can see him walking away with that title.
I don't know. I think this is Kyle's time. I think this is Kyle's. He's come so close. Oh man, he's just. What's the word I'm looking for here? You have him with such. And granted, I hate his ring gear. I hate the 90 grunge punk rock.
90 grunge. I feel like he's a knockoff Orange Cassidy, Orange Juice.
The flannel wrapped around the.
Well, yeah, he's trying to go for that 90s look, and it's dumb as hell. Why would you try to go with something as dumb as Cool Kyle?
Yeah, that's probably the dumbest thing on the face of the earth.
What's next? You're going to be a sponsor for what? Monster Energy drink too?
David Rosca is saying over here that Karrion's going to walk out still NXT championship.
And that's a huge possibility.
You got a 20% chance of that happening. You have an 80% chance of him not.
Yeah.
Right? And that has nothing to do with storyline. That has nothing to do with the character. That has nothing to do with dick. That literally has everything to do with math. Ladies and gentlemen, today's word of the day is math.
So what are we, fucking Sesame Street now?
I mean, sometimes you gotta talk to these people like it's fucking Sesame Street.
We're the Sesame Street of wrestling, boys and girls.
Today's letter is F. And today's number is 6.
Why 6?
Why not? Because I couldn't say 5. I couldn't say 5 because they were like, "Oh, Brock Lesnar's coming back." Fuck you.
No, you say 5 for Fatal 5-Way.
No, because every idiot that watches this show.
I got it. No, I got it now. Never mind. You said today's letter is F, and then I totally, that slipped my mind.
Oh, God, you're dumb. You have the same IQ as the people in the internet wrestling community that I can't stand.
No, I got the same IQ as a goat right about now.
As a what?
Goat.
There's a joke there, and I'm going to stay away from it. I'm going to stay very far away from it. Oh, you didn't just bow into the... fuck me.
Come on, you going to call me a goat now? I got the beard.
I am not calling you a goat, the goat, nothing. No. We're not turning this into, I'm the goat. No.
I didn't say I'm the goat. I didn't say I'm the GOAT.
You great value looking Daniel Bryan. You're Daniel Bryan plus 150 pounds. Don't you me?
So what you're telling me is Daniel Bryan's 120 pounds?
I mean, I wasn't trying to be a dick.
Okay, 114 maybe. I don't know.
Butters needs to be mutated. LOL. Nice beard game, Butters.
Why, thank you.
When was the last time you had it trimmed?
What? Oh, yeah, it's been a while. I think when I get paid next time, I'm going to go get that trimmed up and looking nice and sexy, just like myself.
Oh, Jesus, God. Spare me.
Sexy as Butters in all the tubs.
You didn't just say that. Tell me you didn't just say that. Oh, God damn it. The sexiest butter in all of the tubs. That's the best line ever. Apparently, you need to be muted. You didn't mean mutated. You need to be muted. Oh, my God. Which, by the way, if you guys missed last week's episode, okay, I never said go back and watch us from last week or whatever, right? Fuck that. Watch this episode. But if you missed last week's episode, you don't need to go to YouTube or Facebook. Find it on Apple Podcasts, whatever. Go to 1:23. I mean, not a minute, an hour 23. Okay? And just trust me. An hour 23. It's the funniest thing on the planet. It is by far one of the funniest comments that have ever come out of this man's mouth, ever. I was dying all day. I showed everybody that clip. Oh my God, it's fantastic. I don't think
Adam, when I'm bored at work.
Oh shit. I don't think Adam Cole walks away with the title. I don't think Johnny Gargano walks away with the title.
No.
Karrion's either going to retain or it's going to go to Kyle or Pete.
I was going to say, I'm going with either Kyle or Pete. I don't think Karrion retains it at all. I feel like it's gonna be a new champion, and it's gonna be, someone new. I kind of want to go Pete so they can just say, hey, Pete's UK champion, now he's NXT champion. History's been made.
Well, yeah, he'd be the only person to ever hold both titles. But I think Finn's going after Walter is the rumor. I think they want Finn to do that.
That's cool too. That Finn going after Walter. That'd be a pretty good match. It'd be an interesting, hell of a match.
It'd be a great match.
It'd be very interesting, to be quite honest.
All right.
He's seeing one chop, and Finn's going flying across the ring though.
Also, yes.
Tiny man meet big man hand. Wham! Whee! Pop.
Tiny man meet big man hand. God, I hate you.
No. Everybody loves a little bit of butter, even if they have to spread it on their toast.
Shut the fuck up. Just shut up. All right, let's get into this week in wrestling before we do the rest of the NXT TakeOver card. All right. Okay. So the number one contenders for the Raw Tag Team titles were decided this past week on Raw in a 10-man tag team match. Why? Because fuck it, why not? We have Lince Dorado, John Morrison. Lince Dorado versus John Morrison. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, so Johnny competes by himself. But why the fuck does Lince Dorado compete by himself? Oh, Grand Metalik is injured. Okay, all right. I missed that somewhere along the way. Okay, I'm with it now. So John Morrison representing himself in The Miz. Lince Dorado representing himself in Grand Metalik. The Viking Raiders, T-Bar and Mace. I can't believe those. The New Day.
I'm honestly surprised they didn't pull that trigger.
The New Day, and wait for it. Can't believe this is a real thing either. RK Bro.
Bro.
I love it, but at the same time, I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm kind of digging it.
But that's what I'm saying. I like it, but at the same time, I'm like, what the hell?
I thought it was stupid at first, but it's kind of digging on me. I mean, just like the New Day, when they first started out, I was hating the hell out of them. And then kind of grew on me. And now, RK Bro. I thought it was the stupidest gimmick you could come up with, and then week after week, it gets a little bit better.
I mean, yeah, it does.
And what makes it even funnier is this whole Randy Orton with a mustache thing going right now.
So weird.
It really is.
So weird.
Randy, just shave it off. You just look weird, bro.
Yo, RK Bro.
Mm-hmm.
And like the fact that you have, I'm watching a GIF from WWE's Twitter right now. You have Matt Riddle still on the scooter to Randy Orton's theme. Randy Orton walking, just kind of going, "What the fuck am I doing here?" So back and forth, and ultimately, thank God, the Viking Raiders win the match.
Yes, we got legit number one contenders.
And apparently this was a battle royal, not a tag team match.
Yes.
Which is fine. It's probably better off that way.
Yeah. But again, I feel like they have legit number one contenders. I feel like they're going to be the ones that walk away with those titles. Viking Raiders are badass when they're not playing one-upmanship with the Street Profits.
Correct.
So when you're not playing these fucking stupid games and you're actually being a tag team and whooping ass, Viking Raiders all the way. I love them. Dominate.
Well, the Viking Raiders are just good. They're good from start to finish. I don't ever really see a bad thing about them in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
They're well done. They're very well done. I'm trying to check up on something.
Dominate, decimate, destroy.
It's a great mantra. It really is.
I didn't understand the whole, hey, I'm going to represent my teammates because they're injured. Well, how injured are they? Look at The Miz. How long is he going to be out? He says, oh, it ain't going to be out. Yeah, so why have Morrison in there? Lince Dorado or Grand Metalik, whichever one you said was injured, like, why have them in there if they're going to be out for a bit?
Right, but I don't know how out Metalik is. I think he might just be,
just a couple weeks kind of thing, month thing, or
it
something.
Might just be, something simple.
But I just, if you're going to do that, just throw on somebody else, other tag team. And I get it, you want to represent the whole tag division. But at the end of the day, this whole one-man, it makes it lopsided for the one team to not win because, first man out, only man out for your team. So your team kind of gets screwed walking in that,
They do, 100%. They do.
Because some of the other teams, they got both players in there. So one's out, well, I'm still in it, my team's still in it. And then, cool. But it's like one shot, you're out, done. You don't get those two lives. You get one.
Well, it makes you work harder. It makes you fight harder.
Very true. Very true.
You have to be smarter. Work smarter, not harder.
True. I wish they'd just give Morrison his good singles run.
I thought I read somewhere that Jackson Ryder got released because he's in the next match with Elias. And I'm going through WWE's Twitter page, and I don't see it. So maybe it was just a troll post. That's what I've been doing. That's why I've been telling you to keep talking.
Yeah, I'm trying.
All right, let's get back into it anyway. Screw it. All right. So Jackson Riker wins via countout against Elias. I could give half a shit. Sheamus doesn't wrestle because he had nose surgery.
Well, I mean,
which is fine.
Yeah, I mean, understandable because I mean, when you break your nose and you got to get it fixed real quick, I mean.
Yeah, and we saw the pictures from surgery. So while that was all happening, Chuck Moran from Birds of a Feather chimes in, going, "Gentlemen, hey!" So, like, did Eva Marie return yet? She actually comes back Monday night. They've already
next week.
And he goes, and yo, we got to have that Star Wars MCU show anytime soon, either this month or next before football season starts. Brother, I'm telling you. He goes, the first episode of Loki. I'm watching it tomorrow. Watching it tomorrow.
Spoiler alert. No, I'm just kidding.
I watched the Bad Batch yesterday morning before I went to work because I do the Bad Batch was half an hour, Loki's an hour. It was like 8 a.m. I was like, all right, I don't have to really pay attention to the Bad Batch. I do, but I don't. Loki, like I'm gonna be sitting there going, you
gotta pay attention to it, and it is really good. So
I've
Loki,
heard great things. I'm
to
super excited for it, but it's not going to be a Star Wars MCU show. Like, I was thinking about this the other day because I've been so hardcore Star Wars over the last, like, week and a half. We have to do just a full episode on Star Wars and the extensive history and lore and everything like that. So we'll get with Chuck's. We'll plan it out, right? I got to look at the pay-per-view schedule, but we'll plan this out, and we'll get this figured out for sure before football season starts. 100%.
But definitely everybody out there, if you haven't watched it, watch Loki. Especially if you're a big MCU fan. Watch it. You'll love it. If not, watch it anyway.
Ricochet and Humberto Carrillo go to a draw for the number one contender for Sheamus's U.S. title. I think that's going to turn into a triple threat match.
I was about to say, yay, more triple threats. Yay!
I did like this from Raw. MVP and Kofi have an exchange backstage, and the quote is, "Watching you celebrate at Kofi Mania, I get goosebumps to this day talking about it. Seeing you with your sons in that ring, it's what triggered me to want to come back here because finally WWE had a champion I could relate to and be proud of." That's a real, like, I remember
that hit you hard.
MVP watching Kofi win, like watching MVP's reaction, and it was such a real reaction, such a real moment, and it's incredible.
Yeah,
and that comment, that line, that's not a script. That's fuck you. That's a real.
That's straight
moment.
From the heart. That it hits hard. It hits you hard when you hear it, and it's almost like that teaser of, "Hey, come with us.
Come with me if you want to live."
Yeah, if you want your career to keep going. But the way it was handled, the way Kofi handled it, that was like perfect. Like, hey, Xavier, you go ahead. I got this, and the exchange, and I feel like we'll see a Bobby Lashley versus Kofi at a pay-per-view soon.
I'm all for that. I'm down. Bring it on. Jeff Hardy versus Cedric Alexander. Don't care about it. Don't really give a shit.
Before this match, I was about to ask, where the hell's Hardy? Where the hell's Hardy at?
I was listening to the 83 Weeks podcast about Victory Road 2011, which is the infamous Jeff Hardy Sting match where Jeff Hardy is all fucked up.
Yep.
And I don't know, like that, listening to that just kind of reinforced how much I just don't give a shit about Jeff Hardy. Right? Like, I understand what he means to the business. I understand what his legacy will always mean, what he brought to the business, the different style of wrestling that he just personified, right? And I have a ton of respect for that. I don't give a shit anymore. Go away. You're useless to me. You don't do dick. Go away.
Wow. No,
I got nothing against the guy personally, right?
Yeah.
But like WWE, like no, and this is not a WWE thing because no matter what company he has gone to, they have not done jack shit with him. His brother, and I can't believe I'm saying this because I was never a Matt Hardy fan. I was never a Matt Hardy fan. His brother's the bigger star. Nowadays, right? Ever since Matt decided to do the broken Matt Hardy thing, that was the best thing he could have ever do for his career. And it took him from being like a C-rate star to an A-list megastar overnight.
I mean, he's had some hella crazy gimmick changes, and the Broken Universe gimmick has been his best one.
Oh, yeah,
Hands
100%. I mean, we all remember Matt Hardy version 1. Yep. You know, and even
Matt's
the
back,
problem
boys.
is Jeff is Jeff. Jeff has always been Jeff. Aside from when he did the, what was it, Nero?
Willow.
And
there was Brother Nero.
Brother Nero. Willow and Brother Nero. But Brother Nero was because of his fucking brother Matt. And Willow, fuck the Willow gimmick.
Hey,
right?
man, I kind of like
like
those
Jeff Hardy's
teasers.
midlife. Shut up. That was like Jeff Hardy's midlife wrestling crisis.
But I kind of like the vignettes for Willow. They were creepy. They were crazy. They were amazing.
Shut up.
I'm weird.
No,
Get used to
dumb. There's a difference.
Weird.
Dumb. It's like that SpongeBob gif where it says stupid. We just say dumb.
The word of the day in Toasty Town is weird.
Anywho, Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair, which I hate when we do this. I fucking hate when we do this. Because here's what you end up doing, okay? Let me finish reading because this just triggered me, okay? I didn't watch Raw this week. All right? It's no secret I don't always watch Raw. I don't always watch wrestling before we do this show. But I saw this and I got instantly triggered. And you know what the first time I'm seeing it? It's right now. Right meow. Okay?
Right meow.
Rhea Ripley, your Raw Women's Champion, teams up with Charlotte Flair, head bitch on Raw, in a tag team match, not against your tag team champions. No, fuck that. Right? No. We're going to put her in a match against Nikki Cross, who beat Charlotte last week and wants a shot at Rhea's title, and Asuka, who has beaten Charlotte in the past and wants a shot at Rhea's title. 3 of these bitches are baby faces. And then you have Charlotte, who again is head bitch. What are we doing?
I can see the pain in your face, sir.
Well, just somebody somewhere in some realm of reality, of the multiverse, of whatever, explain to me why. Just Why?
There is no reasoning. It's all I guess you could say it's the pool of women that are going after the women's title right now, the Raw Women's title. You could almost say that that's kind of your, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess that's you got your women's
WrestleMania
champion.
in Dallas, Brinkman. Brinkman wants to know, when's The Rock going to kick Roman's ass? It's either WrestleMania in Dallas or it's WrestleMania in Hollywood. Keep going.
I guess you could say it's your top 3 women that want to go after your top title. You just have all 3 of them. Throw them all 4 in the tag match. You know, the women's champ, the one contender, Charlotte.
Why?
For ratings.
Fuck your ratings. What incentive if I'm Charlotte Flair? Okay? What incentive do I have to partake in this match at all?
To push her harder. To push her to want it. To push her harder. I think they're trying to also push Nikki Cross, too.
Charlotte's the heel. Charlotte's a bitch. Charlotte is the bad guy.
Yeah, you're trying to piss her off even more.
I swear to God, this is when you are the "it's still real to me, damn it" guy. It's so.
But I'm trying to make sense in the wrestling sense, if that makes sense.
No. My roommates are probably so fucking confused right now, but it doesn't make sense, Butters. As Charlotte Flair, what incentive does Charlotte have to stand on that ring apron and be Rhea's partner when she could very easily step off the ring apron, walk her happy ass up this ramp, stand on the stage, and watch Rhea get her ass kicked, go down and pick up the pieces when Nikki and Asuka are done with her?
Because she wants to prove that she can pin Nikki, because Nikki has beaten both Rhea and Charlotte the past few weeks in challenges. So now Charlotte's fired up and wants to beat Nikki and pin her. That's the reasoning.
I also just want this to be out there as well. That Charlotte Flair, 14 time, 15 time, 16 time, 800 million time women's champion, because we passed it around like a hot potato between her and Sasha Banks for the better part of 8 months a few years ago, is concerned with the fact that Nikki Cross, who I love Nikki, I have a lot of respect for Nikki, but Nikki Cross, who has done fuck all in this company, aside from hold tag team titles with Alexa Bliss, she's concerned that Nikki got lucky one night.
Because Nikki beat her, yes.
Big fucking deal. Big fuckity fuck deal.
I understand that, and I get what you're saying, but it's just, that's the
and
way...
they fucking lose! And they goddamn fucking lose!
With Nikki Cross getting the win.
Simply. And I'm okay with that, okay? Right? Like, don't get me wrong. Again, if you're gonna push Nikki, I'm cool with it. Okay? I'm fine. Right? At the end of the day...
Who's to say that Rhea beat Charlotte and then Nikki's next in line because she pinned Rhea on Raw? So now Nikki gets the next shot.
And again, if Nikki's up next, I'm fine. But what just gets me in my core, in the deepest, darkest reaches of what little heart I have left, what just eats away at me is the fact that trying to be nice about this, okay? WWE is gonna fuck this up.
Always.
We know they are, because we're gonna build Nikki and then we're gonna say, fuck you. And because all of this is for nothing.
Because Vince can't remember what the fuck he did 2 days ago.
No, we're going back to what we did last week. This is not just a Vince thing. Shut the fuck up.
He approves it, damn it.
Yes, I am violent tonight. Are you drinking
Bye.
Pepsi?
No, Dr. Pepper. Cherry Dr. Pepper, dick.
Joey, breathe, Annie. No! I will not breathe!
This is the violence of baldness.
And again, right, don't get me wrong. I want Nikki to hold the title. I remember back when Nikki was in the Fatal 4-Way match in NXT when I thought she was going to win the title there. I thought she was going to win the title on SmackDown. If you don't put the title on Nikki here on Raw, what the fuck are we doing?
Then if you don't put the title on Nikki on Raw, then you really don't have any faith in her as champion at that point.
Exactly. All right, let's talk about more things I don't care about. Mansoor versus Drew Gulak. I move on.
Sword through table?
What?
I said sword through table?
No. When WWE goes back on the road next month, Riddle wants to take Randy Orton to a Burger King in every state.
Why, so he can get Orton fat?
Because they're going to be travel buddies. I swear to God. I swear to God. This is a missed opportunity if you don't put those two in the car with a camera and just let it happen. Just put a camera in the car. Don't even tell them there's a camera there. Who cares?
Karaoke. Carpool karaoke.
No. Don't even script it. Don't even say, okay, talk about this on your... No. We're just going to put this here. We're going to record. And if there's anything remotely close to something that we can use that doesn't piss off our sponsors, the board, our stockholders, most of America.
You mean like both of them smoking a doobie while driving?
Exactly. Then we're going to put it on the air. If that doesn't happen, if there's not a ride along with RK Bro,
there needs to be a ride along.
It's the biggest missed opportunity on the planet. I would pay so much money to just sit in the back seat of a 4-hour trip from bumfuck nowhere to the middle of East Jabip with those two idiots. I'd be quiet too. I would just sit there. And then.
No more and then.
It'd be like, ooh. Kevin Dixon, hey fellas, what's up? Long time no see. What's up,
Kevin?
my brother? He thinks it's an epic idea with the camera in the car. Riddle versus Kofi Kingston with Xavier Woods. Ultimately, Kofi ends up winning the match. Randy's not happy after the match. He leaves Riddle lying on the floor by the announce desk.
I do tell you what, though. I did think it was hilarious through the night, the whole zip it gimmick.
Yeah.
Randy Orton kept making him zip it. He'd take the imaginary key away, put it in his boot, or throw it away, and you see Riddle's face get all sad and shit, and I'm just like, this is golden.
Well, he treats him like his kid.
He does. It's fucking gold. I don't know. It just makes me want to keep watching. This is why I said at first I was apprehensive about it, and then all of a sudden you see me every week getting more and more into it.
Now let's talk about it. Let's talk about the final segment for Monday Night Raw. Where'd you go?
I'm still here. You're good.
Okay. So the final segment for Monday Night Raw is Alexa's Playground. I'm just gonna read the recap, and then I'm gonna tear this thing apart. I hate this so I'm going to annihilate this. This is a recap brought to you by Ringside News. Okay. Alexa Bliss is in the ring for a special edition of Alexa's Playground. She talks about making friends and how they might make a new one tonight. Shayna comes to the ring and knocks over Alexa's rocking horse. Bliss says Shayna hasn't learned her lesson, but that's okay because her and Lily want her to be their friend. She just has to say sorry. Shayna says she's even more delusional than she looks. She says Bliss is the reason why she and Nia are no longer tag team champions, and Alexa laughs, saying that's ridiculous. Bliss gets serious and listens to Lily for a second and says it's in Shayna's best interest to apologize. Baszler takes the doll and says she's sorry, and she's just a stupid doll. Baszler throws Lily and Alexa jumps up and punches her. Baszler throws her out of the ring, then stomps on Lily's face. The lights start fading in and out, and Baszler leaves the ring, heading up the ramp as Bliss gets back inside with the doll. Flames erupt all around the ring as Baszler runs backstage. There's no one backstage, and things start falling around Baszler, almost killing her. The lights go off and on, and Baszler tries to escape, but the doors are locked. Baszler's panicking, manages to get into a room, and she barricades the door. The lights go out in the room, and Baszler turns around to see Lily staring at her in the mirror. She looks around, and Lily isn't there, but she's still in the reflection. She smashes the mirror, but Lily's still there. Baszler screams to end the show.
It's Hogan Warrior WCW all over again.
No fucking no. No, the fuck it's not. No, the goddamn fuck it's not. Okay? Abso-fucking-lutely not.
Yeah, I'm talking about the mirror sequence, okay?
No, fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck you. Fuck no. Okay?
It was a great segment, though. I will say that it was a great segment. I liked it.
You might be the only one. We're going to take Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler, who can legitimately wrestle, fight. And we're going to put her in the ring with Alexa Bliss, who can legitimately wrestle. Alexa's a great wrestler. And a doll. And we're going to have Shayna Baszler, who was a force to be reckoned with. The baddest bitch in NXT. Right? Choked out everybody. Ran through everybody. Nobody could stop Shayna Baszler. But we're going to have her be scared of a doll.
Yep.
A doll that a 3-year-old made in a sweatshop in China.
Damn. A little harsh, aren't we?
No, that's me being nice. Because this doll sucks.
What is this? An effective one that got tossed off the line?
This is the one where they were putting the dolls together for the Firefly Funhouse. They said, oh, this might work. Oh, no, never mind. Threw it off to the side. And later they said, hey, but you know what? It'll work for Alexa. Because we're going to give Alexa the dolls. And we're going to give her fire to come up through the ring. And we're going to make the dolls psychotic. Why? Because we're horror movie writers. And we're all fucking insane. But you have Shayna scared of a doll. And this doll is terrorizing Shayna.
Mind game, sir.
But what does this lead to?
Shayna versus Alexa?
But why? What's the end game? What? I get it.
Alexa's been talking every week about Lily having a new play toy. Are we going to see a Shayna doll? Are we going to see Alexa turn Shayna into a doll?
God,
and that's going to be the new play toy?
Oh, God, please don't. Just all right.
What?
Hold on. I'm gonna get there. Let me work through my pain. Okay. Let me work through this. I need some time. Okay. Okay. All right. I get it. Not every storyline needs to be around the title. I get it. I'm okay with that. I understand that. Okay. But this is going to go nowhere. Because if the next words out of your mouth, which they were, are, oh, we're going to turn Shayna into a doll. I want you to say that again. And I want you to listen to yourself say, like, That hurt me to say that. So please, Butters, repeat after me. We're going to turn Shayna Baszler into a doll.
We're going to turn Shayna Baszler into a doll.
Think about that sentence for a minute. This is one of those moments where the left side of your brain looks at the right side of the brain and goes, it's dark in here, and we may die.
Yeah.
This is what they call a brain aneurysm. You're going to take one of the baddest women on your roster and you're going to turn her into a fucking Build-A-Bear.
That's your creative team for you.
I quit.
I mean, that's... I mean, yes, they could throw in that title on. They could throw her, against Nia, something else, but no, we're going to turn her, we're going to put her up against Alexa and potentially turn her into a doll. Why the fuck not?
And yes, I'm very violent tonight. I hate everything about this. Which is sad because I like Alexa. I like her character. And Shayna has really grown on me over the last few months, maybe even a year, right? Because she stepped up to the plate when she needed to. But in what world is this okay?
The world of WWE.
Oh, no. Nobody can defend this. There's not a person on the planet. I invite you to give me... No, put your hand down. Put your goddamn hand back down on the desk. Put it down. Down, stupid.
It's in the WWE universe. This is the WWE mindset, and I swear to God, we're going to get a cinematic match of Shayna getting turned into a doll.
All right, I don't know if Ryan or Frank are watching. I don't know who's watching at this point. But for the love of God, can I get the It's Still Real to Me, damn it, clip put in the back end here? So every time he's being like this, I can just hit. It's like an alert, right? It's just bah, right there. Just Here, you know what? I got one for you.
What the fuck are you talking about?
But I'm just saying, it's the WWE universe. They got to have some sort of,
that is such a bullshit
imagination.
answer, Butters. That's such a bullshit answer.
They're going to have a Alexa versus Shayna. Loser gets turned into a doll match. I mean, come on.
Brinkman says Alexa Bliss is the best thing going. In what? Best thing going in what?
The swing.
Kevin says, I don't think Baszler will be a doll, but Alexa didn't mention someone will be a new friend on the playground. I'm thinking she might be in control of Baszler, like how the Fiend did to Alexa. Oh, so we're going to do Winter and Angelina Love from Impact a few years. Come on, guys! What?
Hey, that's like a better idea than my idea. I like that idea.
So wait. This is so fucking
Mind control the baddest bitch on the planet.
Oh my God.
Mind control your muscle. There's your muscle.
So she's a henchwoman.
Exactly. I mean, she is already.
You are so proud of this.
Day one.
You are so
proud of it. Day one.
You're so happy and you're so proud that somebody had to help you get to your answer.
Hey, I tell you what though, I love riling your ass up though, because I know it pisses you off to no end, boys.
And it doesn't don't get me wrong, this could end up being really good, right? Like they could figure out a way to make this good. But as a wrestling fan, because things can change literally overnight, you almost have to live in the moment with some things. And in the moment, you're like, why? Like, just truly, why?
I also think WWE does it just to screw with us sometimes. I really do. I feel like they do it just to fuck with us, just to see if they can get a rise out of this, or see if, hey, let's see how far we can go with this before people say, nah, I don't want to do it, fam. Let's not do it anymore. And then, move on to the next thing. But this could be Alexa's muscle, and Alexa gets the title again. I mean, why not?
Maybe.
What else do they got going on? What else do they got going on in the women's division? You want to add Shannon to the mix of all the women going after the women's title right now?
Don't bring me back to that. Don't, no.
I'm just saying. Do you want to throw her in that mix? Because we can throw her in that fucking mix.
No, shut your mouth. Let's get off of Raw. We're going to skip NXT because we're going to end up talking about it as we break down. Because we still have to break down TakeOver and give our predictions. Let's go to SmackDown. Okay?
Get the Smack Us Down going.
Shut up. Truly shut the fuck up.
No!
We know that it's going to be Baron Corbin versus Shinsuke Nakamura in the coming weeks for the title,
crown.
For the crown. Right? We see more of the Apollo Intercontinental title, which is actually very compelling. Like, I like it.
I do too. I love the whole Intercontinental Championship scene right now. I love everybody that's involved in this. We're doing something right.
Correct.
They can learn a few things over on Raw with the title, with certain title scenes. Not trying to bring you back into it. I'm just saying.
Well, no, I think they're trying to find their way with Sheamus and the U.S. title, and I think
I was talking the women's. I was going with the women's.
Oh, fuck off!
No, that's what I'm saying. I wasn't trying to bring that back, and I'm just saying they could, learn something from this match setup for those women over there.
Yeah,
is what I'm getting at. Because they're doing it better with the IC title scene than they are doing it with the Raw Women's title scene.
We get more dissension between the Usos. I kind of want them at this point, right? I want them to. Where do they stand? Is he going to acknowledge him? Are they going to be against Roman? Like, figure this out. The whole back and forth is enough.
I think this splits. Who's it with Roman? Jay, right?
Let me double check. Yes, it is Jay.
I fully think this splits Jay from all of them.
I can see that too.
I think there's going to be so much tension between his brother pulling him and Roman pulling him that Jay finally says, enough of this shit, I'm out. Y'all do your thing. You're the tribal chief. I get it, but screw you. I'm out. You're my brother. I love you, but I'm done with this shit. I'm out.
Fuck you guys. I'm going home.
Exactly. I'm gonna worry about my wife. I'm gonna worry about my family, and I'm gonna go do my own thing. Go after IC title. Go after Roman. I don't care. Just. I'm out. Peace. I'm done. Too much stress in my life, boys.
I like it. I like what they're doing, right? You can't tell. Nobody can say it's a bad thing what they're doing.
No, because you don't know which way they're going to go.
Right.
You think they're going left and their asses are about to go right.
But even still, the whole thing is good. Right? The tribal chief, Roman, the brothers. But let's go to the next chapter, right? Get me to the next part of this, please. Right? It seems like every week it's, are you going to acknowledge me or not? Fuck off.
I think we see Money in the Bank give us that payoff. I don't think we'll see it at SummerSlam. I think we see it at Money in the Bank. I think we see what we want at Money in the Bank, whether it be an acknowledgement or, one side breaking off from the other, Jimmy going with his brother, Jay going with his brother, or Jay just leaving in general. We see something because I think as soon as Money Bank's done, they're going to set up for whatever Roman has to do big time at SummerSlam, whatever that big match is.
Possibly. So SmackDown comes back from the tag team match, the Intercontinental Tag Team match. The Street Profits are backstage, being approached by Chad Gable. Gable apologizes for the actions taken by Otis last week. Gable says he got the tag team match for tonight canceled. Montez mocks both Otis and Gable. Gable then challenges Ford to a one-on-one match and adds a stipulation that both D'Angelo and Otis are being banned from ringside. We're gonna skip straight to that part before we talk about everything else that's happening. Ford versus Gable. Everything happens. Otis hits the ring. There is a disqualification. Montez Ford does win. After the bell, Otis continues his attack on Ford. He hits a splash from the middle rope. Gable looks on in approval. Dawkins slowly makes his way out to the ring. He was attacked backstage during the match by Otis. He's immediately thrown to the outside as Otis hits another middle splash onto the Ford. Dawkins rolls back into the ring, checking on Ford as officials run to end the assault from Otis. So Otis, not only did he lose the beard, right, but now he's just annihilating the Street Profits.
I like the annihilation, Otis, but that whole losing his old beard thing, a little scary there, Otis.
But I think that's the point, right? It's separating himself from...
Yeah. And I get that.
Whereas Bray Wyatt was always a fan. So there's the last report I heard on Bray Wyatt was he's dealing with some, lack of a better phrase, mental health issues ever since the death of Brody Lee. He really hasn't been taking it very well. And it's really, really affected him more than he ever let on. So that's the last report I heard, is that he's actually away dealing with that right now and trying to cope with that, because it was sudden. It was shocking. They were very, very close. I was like a brother to him. And so I think I'm not, if that's 100% true, which I think is.
I think that I haven't heard of that part. The last I heard was they want to use him sparingly right now because they don't want to get him. They don't want the overexposure like they've been, and people are like bored with the scene.
Yeah, and I think they're waiting until they go back on the road to bring him back as well. Brinkman also wants to know, is Lashley going to fight Brock? Yes. I think that's going to happen SummerSlam. I do.
I hope so. For the love of God, give me the Bobby Brock match so I can quit crying about it.
Carmella versus Liv. Liv ends up winning that match, which is great. I'm all for it.
Push Liv to the moon.
I think they are. I think they're going to get away from this Bayley-Bianca thing, and it's going to lead into Liv versus one of those two in some way, shape, or form.
Yes.
Bayley does Ding Dong Hello with Seth Rollins.
God, I still can't get over that damn name.
I hate it. It ends up with Seth opening the door, and there is Cesaro. Cesaro beats the shit out of him. Bayley goes back into the ring to try to salvage her set. Bianca Belair ends up laughing at Bayley. Decent segment. I didn't hate it.
They could have kept Seth's pants on.
Please. And then there's a battle at the end of, Mysterio confronts Reigns. There's the back and forth. Mysterio wants Reigns at Hell in a Cell. Mysterio hits Reigns with a kendo stick. Dominic ends up coming out to the ring. I'm going to show it. I'm going to show it. I've got it right here. Just
put up the yeet.
Yeah, yeet. He just chucks Dominic outside the ring. It's beautiful, wonderful. I was in tears when it got sent to me Friday night.
It's like, what was the last thing going through his head the moment he got yeeted? Like, I fucked up.
So it's literally, Roman goes like this, and you can see in Dominic's face, it just plays in his head. And this is a moment he knew he fucked up.
Oh, God, yes.
Like, it's like, oh my God, you killed him.
JR would have been perfect at this moment. Just the old school JR would have been
old
perfect.
School JR, yes.
Old school JR at that moment would have been fucking just perfect.
But we're in a limbo area, right? Because Hell in a Cell is coming up, right? It is, was it 2 weeks from tomorrow? No, a week from tomorrow. So a week from tomorrow. So we're gearing into the go home show, right? Where did my mouse go? There it is. You've only got 4 matches on the card, so you're kind of still figuring out where things are going to land. You got Lashley, Drew, Rhea, Charlotte, Bianca, Bayley, Roman, Ray. Yeah, they announced that on Talking Smack last night, Roman, Ray. Monday night, it was announced in the cell, Bobby versus McIntyre. McIntyre loses. You can't challenge for the title as long as Bobby holds it. Which I'm fine with. Which is one of those ones it's almost obvious that, McIntyre is going to win, but at the same point, you really hope Bobby wins it so we can get new contenders. Correct. I would prefer it. What did you think of the sword through the table segment? The what? So, at the end of the segment, they are sitting at the table talking about the match back and forth. Bobby said, he wanted, Drew wanted the match. Bobby made the terms that you can't challenge, for the title if you lose. Drew says, I'll accept as long as it's in Hell in a Cell. They accept. They get up. Drew picks up the Claymore right through the table in half. I really wish I didn't know that. Why? That just sounds dumb. It looked cool. Sounds dumb. All the ladies were, acting like they were, oh my God! Ah! Bobby's little entourage. It just, but I mean, to me that was a cool spot. Sword through the table. that. Go ahead, sorry. A segment like that normally ends in chaos. One gets put through the table. Instead, it's a stare down and then, hi-ya! Ah! Right through the table. All right, let's talk NXT in your house. We don't have a lot of time left, so we're going to do it real quick. In your house. Let's do Mercedes Martinez versus Xia Li. I think Xia Li wins this. She's got the rocket ship strapped to her back. There's more to this thing that they've got going on, whatever you want to call it. I know Mei Ying is the person on the ramp or whatever. There's a lot more to this story. I do think Mercedes Martinez is still going to play a crucial role in this story. I think Mercedes is part of this next chapter as they build this, whatever they're building. Xia Li is definitely going to take the win here over Mercedes. It sucks because I like Mercedes. I think she is a great wrestler and a great talent overall. She's just in the way right now. Let's talk about the $1 Million Championship. I'm excited for this. For the first time in like 30 years, the $1 Million title is on the line, let alone seen on WWE TV. Okay, well, it's in a ladder match. Speaking of that real quick, a lot of people say I haven't really looked at the picture, and if they said it looks like it's got a more updated look, a more flatter look. Let me look. A lot of people are saying that it looks different from the original $1 Million belt. Let's see. I thought I just saw it here. Hold on. What's that? We're gonna keep going, right? But I'll pull it up the picture here in a second. But I'm all about it, especially in a ladder match. Those two are gonna put on a show. End of story. That is your match of the night. Yeah, LA Knight, Cameron Grimes, both wanting it hard, wanting it bad.
I was about to say, that's going to be the match of the night, other than your Fatal 5-Way. You know, you're going to have the toss-up between those two.
I think Cameron Grimes 100% walks away with this title, though.
I kind of hope so. You know, LA Knight winning it, yeah, that's cool and all. But I kind of want Cameron Grimes to win it.
Here, I've got the picture right here. It's not a great picture, but... And the screen share. So they took some of the white off of it, it looks like. Right. Let me do a... Boop, boop. $1 million championship. Here we go. Images. So that's the old one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they did. They just kind of, and then this is the new one.
So they just gave it a little bit of an update.
Yeah, it got a well-deserved update.
Okay. And that's fine. But it's still the $1 million championship. It's still the $1 million legacy.
Correct. And I think this is a match for Cameron Grimes to win.
Yes.
Right. He does great in ladder matches, as we saw probably about a year ago at this point, with the last ladder match that he was in, which was, I think, for the NXT. No, it was a shot at the NXT North American title or something like that. One of these previous takeovers. Right. It was. You know which match I'm talking about, though. It was the one Bronson Reed ultimately ended up winning.
Yep.
And LA Knight, Eli Drake is just a solid talent in of itself. It wouldn't make a whole lot of sense for him to win this match just because he's just kind of there.
He's there. He's getting started, so let's give him a little more time. But
he is Ted DiBiase's champion. Not champion, but guy right now.
Yeah. He's one Ted's leaning towards, so to speak.
Exactly. We do have the winner-take-all six-man tag team match, Bronson Reed and MSK versus...
That's going to be another good one.
Escobar, Wild, and Mendoza. Legado del Fantasma, whatever the fuck you call them. I don't care.
I think this is a retaining match. I don't think we see a title change.
No. If it was anybody else other than these three guys, and nothing against them, Escobar, Wild, and Mendoza, I don't see Bronson dropping the title this soon.
No.
I don't see MSK dropping the title this soon. Not to these guys, at least.
It'd be a shocker. It'd be an okay upset, but at the end of the day, I don't see a title change in this match.
I don't either. I do not.
But it'd be hands down. It'd still be a hands down good match between, MSK the way they are, Escobar, Reed. Well,
all these guys are high flyers to a very certain extent, but Escobar can play to Reed's, more ground game, right? So if Escobar needs to ground himself to keep up with Reed, then he can do that. He's the right guy to do it at this point. Yeah. As much as I love Ember Moon, this is not her time. She's not winning the title. It is Raquel. Raquel's on the mountaintop. She's defending her peak, and
I don't see Raquel. I don't see Raquel losing it until we get a Xia Li in the match.
I can see that. I can see her dropping it to Xia in a few months.
I see that build up the way they're going with Xia. I see them building it up to the point where Xia's in that match. Xia's taking the title.
Yeah, I can see that.
This gives Raquel time to build herself up, take on all challengers, take on who we got, and then when there's almost no more, Xia Li can step in and do her thing.
Absolutely. I definitely can see that taking place. I think tomorrow night, NXT is always a great show, right? But I think tomorrow night you've got 5 matches on the card. All 5 are going to deliver. This might be NXT's best stacked card in the last few takeovers from top to bottom. Every match matters. Even the Xia Li Mercedes Martinez match matters for that story.
Yep.
This is going to be one you're not going to want to miss. It's streaming live on Peacock. I was in the WWE Network. On Peacock tomorrow.
It's because you're so used to it.
Right. Definitely something you're going to want to check out and look at, though. You got anything for running?
No, there really wasn't anything that I mean, other than the supposed rumors of Samoa Joe coming back to NXT. Apparently, they're trying to push to get Samoa Joe back in NXT instead of the main roster and have him actually wrestle.
Yeah, I know Against All Odds is actually happening right now.
That's right. I forgot about that. Moose versus Omega.
So we're actually gonna jump in, and I'm gonna read off some of the recaps there. Okay.
Because that's supposed to be a good match right there. Moose Omega. Hopefully, Moose brings that title back. Because apparently Kenny's dealing with a lot of injuries, so maybe it's time to pull some of those titles off so Kenny can get a little rest. So what we got on Against All Odds? Oh yeah.
So all right. So hold on, because I went back to look at just wrestling news, and the first thing I saw, and this is the moment where if you plan on watching Against All Odds, these are spoilers. We don't typically do this, but we're gonna do some of these. The headline is Sami Callihan fired from Impact Wrestling and Against All Odds. All right, so Kenny Omega won the Against All Odds main event with the help of the Young Bucks. The Jackson brothers took Moose out and then assisted Omega in getting a one-winged angel on the man. Then Sami Callihan took to the ring. He was able to get to Daly's place because that match was filmed last weekend. After Callihan caused a stir by nailing Omega with a baseball bat, Don Callis fired him. Impact Wrestling closed out Against All Odds pay-per-view with Sami Callihan saying that it was bullshit. He's not happy at all. But remember that Don Callis is no longer an Impact Wrestling executive in real life, but he still plays one on TV. So this is that's 100% for the story.
It'll be an interesting one to see, though. Could that play out in a story that Impact's like, he's not fired because you're not a real employee here anymore either?
Exactly. He did win earlier that night with Tommy Dreamer. I don't really see anything, and I'm going through the
quick glances and stuff.
Yeah. Rachel Ellering.
I mean, I'm not seeing anything. I'm trying to see if
I'm not either.
Let me check my
special
screen. Let me check my screenshots. I usually, if something comes up, I try to screenshot it during the week to make sure. But
yeah, fuck it. Let's just get out of here.
All right.
Let's pay some bills. Great show tonight. Let's pay some bills. In This Very Ring is brought to you every single week by Body Check Wellness. Body Check Wellness is a line of products that promote wellness, balance, and recovery by using the full potential of hemp. They come in extracts, blends, gummies, and topicals. Use promo code A2D for 20% off your order at bodycheckwellness.com. Dr. Paul Vidal at Specialized Physical Therapy. You can check him out on the web at specializedphysicaltherapy.com or his two locations, one in Cherry Hill and Cherry Hill in Burlington, New Jersey. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, changing career brokerage, contact Alan Foy of eXp Realty LLC at 302-682-8820 or visit him at alan.foy@exprealty.com. Many of us and our families deal with mental health and addiction issues. We're happy to support the Counseling Center and Sunrise Detox. If you need help, please call 856-651-8117. Manscaped.com. Use promo code HD at manscaped.com. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. Get 20% off and free shipping with A2D with code A2D at manscaped.com. I forgot to bring this up earlier, but we do have A2D memberships right now on YouTube. They're $9.99 a month. Perks include appearances on shows, members-only streams, shout-outs, and weekly sports picks from Money Pot Podcast. So make sure you're checking out our YouTube page for that. Check out all the shows here on HUD Radio. Here we go. Here's a good one. Ted wants to know, where do we think Braun lands? Nowhere. I don't think he lands anywhere just yet.
No, I think he's going to wait it out. I think after his 90 days, he's just going to see what he can get. He's just going to sit there. Hey, this is, you can reach my agent if you want to do something. I don't think he's going to sign anywhere after the 90 days. Not real soon.
I don't either. But that's it for us tonight, guys. Thank everybody for joining us in the comment section. Make sure you guys are checking out all the shows this week on HUD Radio. Make sure you guys are checking out everything Sixers related as the Sixers continue their assault through Atlanta in round 2 of the NBA Finals, even though the Lakers are still out because the Lakers suck. Yes, that's a shot at Ralph.
Sorry, Raffy.
I'm not. Fuck your Lakers.
The Lakers do suck.
Fuck your Lakers.
I was getting there.
So make sure you're checking out all that. And we will catch you guys next week. Same bat time, same bat channel for NXT TakeOver recap and our Hell in a Cell preview show with the return of our predictions, our Ritz versus Butters challenge. Everything coming back next week. So we will see you guys right here next week on In This Very Ring. Tell somebody you love them. Peace, love, and joy. We out.
Woo-hoo!